but with Ryan and all together, I'm sure.
So this bird, we got a call. I work out of our Columbus office, and we got a call that there was a juvenile bald eagle at just north of the OSU wetlands, so just north of OSU campus down there in Columbus, and that it was injured. It was enclosed within a chain link fence. It had flown into a tower supporting cable. We think, we're not really sure. We were fortunately able to net it safely and easily enough, and we put her right into the crate and took her right up to the Ohio Bird Sanctuary outside of Mansfield in Lexington.
What we noticed was soft tissue damage to the shoulder and basically the right side of the body, which was going to really require nothing more than anti-inflammatory and supportive care. So we put her on meds, and we put her in a room that's about 16 by 16 feet, just so she could spread her wings but would stay really quiet for about a week. She ate very well from the very beginning. She liked free food. She was very agreeable. And then in about 7 to 10 days, we noticed that the limp went away, the wings stopped drooping, and she was ready to go down in the flight enclosure. And a couple days in the flight enclosure, she was grounded, and then about day 3 or 4, we saw her up on a perch. About 4 days later, perfect flight, and that's when we scheduled her release. So very exciting. With us a very short amount of time and very successful release. So when she comes out, our last bird was from Toledo. He went out and just headed north. He was probably home before sunset. It'll be interesting to see if she comes out and heads straight down 71.
Fortunately, we were able to release her here at Mount G's outside of Malabar Farm. Since she's a juvenile, she's not, the other eagles in the area wouldn't feel territorial towards her. And since she's not a fledgling, not this year's young, we didn't have to take her back to where we found her.
Go ahead.
How she left the crate didn't surprise me. Being a young bird, she could have basically walked out and looked around, and she kind of came out slowly, took a flight, kind of went down and then back up and landed in a tree, which is normal. She wants to actually figure out where she is. So she spent about 10 to 15 minutes cooling off her surroundings and then took off and soared perfectly. She banked, she turned, she looked confident, very, very successful flight. So we are thrilled to death with her.